Alisha Elay, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about how I identify whether a loctician is on their A game or whether they're like just trying to scam you for your money. So, if you're interested, please keep on watching. There's a few different things that I look for when I'm looking for a loctician. What I looked for when I was looking for the loctician that started my lock extensions was not only how many people she's done. So I looked through like almost all of her pictures on IG. I looked through all of them. I looked at the different textures. If a loctician doesn't know what they're doing, they don't know how to handle certain textures. They will only want to work with kinkier textures. If you are a real loctician that knows what you're doing, you can handle every texture. You might have preferences, but you know how to handle every texture when it's needed, right? Cool. So that's number one. I look at I look at their whole roster of stuff. Look through all their pictures. I look at their styles. I even maximize to look at the scalp parting and everything. Like I look at it all because I you don't want to spend money on something and it's not good, right? Like that just makes sense. So for me, when I was looking at my when I was looking through locticians to do my lock extensions, I looked at how they handle the lock extension installation. I look at all of that. I look at what does the hair look like after. I even look to see if they have any reoccurring clients, if I'm seeing the same clients over and over again, because that's important. The reason why I say that's important is because if you did a full job, ain't nobody coming back to you. Even if you the last person on earth, they will rather have their hair cut off than to go back to you. So think about it. So if you are seeing reoccurring clients, that's great. That's a great thing to see. Um, I also was looking through like captions and stuff like that too. I'm very hands on with these things, which is why when it came to locks and people that I know that was starting their lock journey or was having issues with their lock journey or whatever came to me because they know I'm very thorough when it comes to these type of things because my anxiety won't let me. It's allowing me to be great at this point because it's like I'm very thorough, so I make sure that I'm getting the quality that I deserve, right? Cool. So that's how I chose my loctician to start my lock extensions. Um, how I chose the loctician to handle my color and now my upkeep from time to time because I handle my upkeep 95% of the time pretty much because I'm broke. But yeah, so I actually randomly found her accidentally. There was another content creator that I was following for her fashion, and she had posted that she had lock extensions, and I was just like, I got lock extensions. I would have never thought. And granted, people don't know about my lock extensions unless I tell them because I'm very transparent. But I was just like, wow, these are lock extensions? I thought she was growing her locks for years. Like, that's crazy. And then she had posted who did it. So I was like, oh, okay, so let me start following this lady. So I started following her for months. I was following her for months. I was watching all her videos, everything. I went thorough. I was pretty much stalking her page at one point. And then I was like, yo, I really want to do color. So of course I did price match because I'm broke. So I asked my original loctician that installed my locks, and then I asked her, what's the prices looking like for burgundy, full burgundy, whatever have you. Cool. So of course I ended up going with the latter. Um, Great decision. As you can see, this red is still looking amazing, even though I've retouched it a few times. My hair is great. So I started going to her for regular maintenance from time to time. I haven't been to her in I want to say a few months, but that's besides the point. That's because I handle my own hair. Because if I know how to do it, I'm trying not to pay. But yeah, so the reason why I went to her was because I, of course, asked all these questions. Asked what kind of dye she uses. Would she have to bleach my hair? How does she bleach it? Blah blah blah. I started looking at how she does retwist. Started looking at how she does styles. I started looking at how she even handles the lock extension because she also does lock extensions. And I was just like, right. So she's pretty much like my loctician that I already have. She's closer, and she's probably been doing it even longer than my original loctician. So, of course, by all means, I'm like, amazing, amazing, amazing. And I was even looking, like, because I knew some of my friends wanted to start their lock journey. So I started to look at what her process is for starter locks. I even asked her questions while I was there. Like, for me, I'm very thorough. So I like to ask as many questions as I can in, like, conversation. I like to watch how other people are doing other people's hair. So that way, I have an idea whether or not they're going to be the right fit for me. And, everybody is different. Everybody likes certain things. I like perfection. So it is what it is. But yeah, so I would say for when you're looking for a loctician, or if you're looking for a new loctician, to definitely look at their IGs and definitely like go through. And then it's like, there's another thing of, what if they're scamming and they just took a whole bunch of people's photos? That could happen. But when you're having a conversation with these locticians, you end up pretty much deciphering whether they know what they're doing or not. So I would say look through all the videos. I look through videos especially because that's how you really know whether or not it's them. Have a quick conversation, have a consultation with them if you can. Sometimes you can have a virtual consultation. Sometimes you have to go in. I would say do a consultation if you can. If you don't know anybody that's already been to them, I would say do a consultation. If this is someone that you just raw dogging it at this point, do a consultation. Ask the questions that you need to ask. Ask them, like, how do they handle maintenance? Do they do crochet maintenance? Do they do interlocking? Do they do instant locking? Do they do palm rolling? Do they know how to locksmith? Do they combine locks from time to time? How do they handle if there's a thin lock? How do they handle those situations? And sometimes you just gotta interview your loctician before you actually go for the job. Like, before you give them the job, you gotta interview them. Because why not? You spending your hard-earned money, and you want to make sure that you getting your money's worth, right? And you want to make sure that your integrity of your hair is on point. So you gotta interview your loctician sometimes. You gotta interrogate your loctician. So look through all the videos, look through all the pictures, look to see if they have any reoccurring clients. If they have reoccurring clients, that is a great thing to see, because no one is going to go back to somebody that don't know what they're doing just because they're the only one. No one's doing that. And if you do, by all means, that's on you. But I would rather suffer my damn self to figure it out and watch YouTube University than to go to a loctician that don't know what they're doing. That's just me. But I would like to say that's pretty much it. That's how I found my locticians. I'm very thorough. Ask questions, ask more questions. If they start getting frustrated with your questions, that means they probably don't really know what they're doing, or they just not professional enough. Because anybody knows, if you're asking questions, that's because you're concerned to make sure that they're providing the services that they said they're gonna provide. So, with that being said, I hope this helped. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace, y'all.